Hi, I'm Chris Adams. I'm an independent artist signed to Tree Records in New Zealand. I've been signed since 2008, and I'm broadcasting this today because I wanted to talk to you about a couple of issues within the music industry today. And I wanted to put forward like a point of view from an artist, and because of some of the arguments I've heard about the controversial subject of file sharing on the internet recently. And first of all, just want to say I'm not against it. It's the internet has been a huge help to independent musicians. Without the internet, without file sharing, without all the things that are going on, it wouldn't be possible. What's possible today because of the new technology is amazing. So we can't, we can't bite the hand that feeds you, so to speak. But there are one or two things that have come, that I've noticed. One is the argument of there's a lot of people are saying, that musicians should make their money playing live and music should be free. And that's all well and good, but there's a lot of people within a recording process that wouldn't get paid. And then in order to produce recordings for you, there's a lot of people that have gone to college to study sound engineering. There's people that do artwork. I mean, there's a whole load of people. Even people that drive vans to deliver products, couriers to pick up tapes, digital stuff. I mean, obviously the internet's made things a lot easier today in terms of recording, but there's still a huge cost. As an independent artist, I can do a lot of stuff myself. I've taught myself sound engineering, done courses, done it for years, worked in studios. So I can do that. I've bought equipment and I can record stuff myself. I've got a studio here kind of set up. But even at an independent level, it's a huge cost. The effects plugins I use with Cubase cost over $6,000, and that's more than the royalties I've earned since 1997. In fact, in the last year, I got about $300. In the last 3 years, I've had over 7 million downloads. They're traceable downloads. There's all the different content. Some of the stuff I've given away, some of it has been sold, and some of it has been shared. So it's over 7 million downloads for 3 years, and I can tell you that I've made less than $600 in royalties for that time, which is quite poor, really. And here's the thing I wanted to say, about file sharing. The one thing I think it's done is it's devalued music. That's the trouble, you know what I mean? If a track comes out, you like it, you can just go onto your LimeWire or whatever, type it in, bingo, there it is, download it, no problem, you got it. That's all well and good, and it's very convenient, it's very easy, and it's free, but it does an awful lot of damage, and there's no money in the music industry anymore, and music has been devalued. Now, the music industry has responded to that and has provided loads and loads of legal sites where you can go. For instance, MySpace Music, you can go there, every band has got a page. MySpace used to be like the music industry standard for like a electronic business card, if you like, and every band you can imagine has got a page. And on the pages you can stream their music free, full tracks. You don't get 30-second samples, you can stream full tracks free. You can see what dates are coming up on their gig diary, you can see photographs, videos, you can chat with them. When bands are online, bands that are taken up and are responding to the new technology and the new way of doing things, they'll chat with you, and they're actually the artists, not someone in an office somewhere representing the artist, but actually the artists themselves. So you can get to know artists, you can chat with them, the whole thing's great, And then if you like a track and you want to be able to listen to it in your car or in your headphones with your iPod or whatever, you can. There's links to buy tracks. Tracks are like 79p. Premium content is 99p. So that's like the cost of a bar of chocolate. So if you really like a track, buy it. Supporting the artist. A lot of people say they support the artist because they follow them, and they want to keep up to date with artists and stuff. But really supporting the artist is it's a financial commitment of some sort. You buy into the artist, and then like for the cost of a bar of chocolate would make all the difference, and it would provide income. The income would then help to pay for all this equipment, help for the thing to start working again. you know, because a lot of people have had to leave the industry now. You have a lot of very talented sound engineers, producers and that have left the industry to do something else because there isn't money in it anymore. And the result of that will be in the future that the quality of music recorded and it's going to go downhill very fast, because these people had a huge input. They're the people that do a lot of the work behind the scenes that you don't see when an artist performs or when you listen to music, you know. Or up front is the artists themselves. It's obvious it's them and they're doing their performance, but behind that there's a huge amount of people involved, you know, and those were the people that won't be paid if we just rely on live performance or if we just rely on other things. So I would say let's get music back on the agenda. Buy the track. If you really like a track, buy it. I mean, I'm not against file sharing. Like I said, it has helped in a huge way as well. There's two sides to the coin, you know. Another argument that I heard recently was it's just like the 70s when I bought an album and put it on a cassette and shared it with my friends. And that's not really true, is it? Because when you're making a file available on your computer with music tracks on it for people to share, you can have 1,000 people come and get a copy of that, and you don't know them. You've never met these people before. They're not your personal friends, are they? It's not really the same. To make it the same would be like me buying an album in the 70s, making 50,000 cassette copies, putting the cassettes in the shed, and then sending out a post thing to people saying, if you want this for free, come round and take one out of my shed. Do you know what I mean? That's the closest thing I can think of. So it's not really, you know, that's not the case. What's happening is it's very convenient. It's become a way of life. It's simple, but I believe it devalues music. There's a lot more value in the legal alternatives. Connect with the bands, talk to them, find out what they're doing, look at the videos, look at the photographs. So much more to offer than just getting a track for free, you know. And also, if you really like a certain track from a band, you can go out and discover all these people. You can listen to the music, full tracks for free. You know what I mean? So try before you buy, just like the argument for the file sharing thing. So there's I think it's a user-rich experience, whereas file sharing devalues music and it gives you something for free that you don't value either. Whereas the other way of doing it would be perhaps it would be a little bit more time involved, but I believe you can listen to songs, discover new music, look at photographs, watch the videos, connect with the artists, chat with the artists, send them messages, get messages back. If you really like the tracks, buy them. You know, or if you're on file sharing, if a friend has told you about a track that you like, when you download it for free, listen to it. If you really like it and you value it, then buy it. 79p. That's all it's costs, the same as a bar of chocolate, but then there's value. Also, any music that you've bought will remain on their system also. So if your computer or your iPod ever packs up, when you get a new one, you can log back in, you can download it all again. Don't have to buy it again. It's all still there. It's there for your membership, you know, for your life. So there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of good points and a lot of things to really think about. So I would say no, I'm not against file sharing, but I am against exploitation of music. I think the music has value, that we should buy it. I buy my own music. I've got an iPod. This year I've bought Adele from the wife. She liked Adele. We bought that album. I've bought music tracks from my son. He liked Justin Bieber, so I bought that. All kinds of stuff, you know. I buy my own albums, so that on my iPod I've got my own albums with the artwork. And so I do it, and I think there's a lot of value. It's very simple. If I find a track, just buy it. I have an account with iTunes. It's all set up. It's very simple. Just click buy, and that's it. That's all there is to it. That's once you are set up with iTunes, it's easier to use than a file sharing community. It's just one click on what you want, you know, and that's the way to go. And if you don't like iTunes, there's plenty of alternatives: Spotify, Amazon Music, MySpace, you know. Different artists also sell stuff. There's CD Baby if you want CD hard copies, you know. There's loads of alternatives. Now, to finish my little chat today, I'm going to play you a little tune. It's on an album that I'm working on at the moment for release later this year, called Intimacy. This track is called Too High to Fly. The monologue at the beginning of the track is Nick Drake, and the tune is inspired by his song Fly. But this is called Too High to Fly, and hope you enjoy this, and thanks for listening.
afraid to say it at this stage. My voice just began to fail me rather badly. So I'll just do one more song.